Hey y'all, haven't been on here in a minute, and I'm out walking, so I thought let me hop on. And I wanted to talk a lot about, well, what I've been looking at with myself is, we're always creating, we all have a self-image, and we do things that are consistent to holding on to that self-image, right? So there's things that I wanted to change. Like I really, I committed to doing this 21-day teaching, spiritual seeking, like raising your vibration. And, I had to even look at why I was being hesitant about committing to that. Like, why do I not think that I deserve to invest in myself, right? So anyway, that led me to making that commitment, because by doing that and assisting and cooperating in my own healing, then I can be more of service to others. So I firmly believe that. So anyway, but I was noticing, like, I like to walk and talk too. Like all of these things that I've been doing here of late, just even in the last couple of months, and not with any judgment, you know what I mean? But getting on like autopilot, and it's like Groundhogs Day every day, you know what I mean? And most of us live that way, most of the day we live in a state of when we're thinking, 95% of what's going on with us and the behaviors that we engage in that are habitual are being run by the subconscious mind, 95%, and then and that's on autopilot, you know what I mean? And so that's one of the reasons why when you go to make a change or you have a really great desire, desire's wonderful. Okay, desire comes from the heart. It's one of the human gifts that we have. But in order to make a shift or a change, we have to begin to literally move a different muscle, go in the opposite direction of what we've been doing. And so, 5% is in the creative life force, creative being, like when you're doing things that are of your passion. And a lot of stuff that we've been programmed with is, 9 to 5, do this Monday through Friday, then wait for the weekend, then you get to have fun or work all your life. And if you do really good and you work really hard, oh my God, then you get to be free finally and you get to do with whatever you want. And we all know and have been watching that's a lie. Like, how can I enjoy my day today? So, I was just looking, like starting with three simple shifts. So part of that is I don't like to walk when it's cold. So it's cool. Got the hoodie on. That's why I'm walking, because it's cold. That's not something I normally like to do. Like, no matter what, go do that. Today, did that. And it was uncomfortable, and it was hilarious to watch my behavior and the things that I kept getting distracted doing that I validated because of that self-image. The ego loves labels. So Donna doesn't like to walk when it's cold is a label. It's like an old idea, like letting go of that, the attachment to that. So the ego will do anything, the self-image will do anything to stay consistent to what you believe that you are. And so that's why when you're making a shift or a change, it can be so challenging. So it's always recommended that you start with simple things and do something different. Like if you're wanting to feed your body or with wellness, can you commit to more water intake? You know what I mean? Can you commit to just not consuming fried foods? You don't have to do this all or nothing, go out, spend $500 on all this fresh food. Start with simple things. Okay, that's something really simple. That's something really primitive. That's a layman's example. So and all of this programming is on an autopilot mind. If you even watch yourself and the way you get up in the morning, the way you engage with the day, the way you go through the day, and if you can look at that without judgment and kind of take inventory of that and go, okay, so I want something different. So here's the thing too, like on Fridays, there is a place that I'd love to go at noon. Now I do have an option of going there at 8 o'clock tonight and to be in community with people that I love. But I was fixed on the idea of going at noon. Well, you know what? I have, I'm a business owner. So I have a work call at noon that's optional for me, but if I want to grow my business, I'm going to have to let go of something that is comfortable for Donna. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be this all or nothing. That's another example. Here was a huge one for me. This is huge. And people who know me, if you think about the conversations I have with you, my ego, self-image, the label of, validates it all the time, even with positive shit, right? But I have night owl. Let's just call it what it is, okay? So I don't have a lot of shame around that, a lot of rub, but it gets in my way. And that got really reactivated in the last 19 months when everything hit the fan, you know what I mean? And the job that I was going to every day, Monday through Friday, that went away because of the circumstances, not that I did anything wrong. And so I got back into this autopilot habitual habit of staying up really late, you know what I mean? Which means I get up later. Now I continue to do my things, right? But that perpetuates this night owl scenario, and also being attached to that, like even validating it, you know? Well, there's a lot of people that I help at night. You know, these are conversations I have with myself. But the bottom line is that schedule no longer serves me. And how can I do something different, okay? So what is something simple I can commit to? Going to bed earlier, right? I can pray all day long, but the divine is waiting for me to take action. So I've just been watching the things that I do to like constantly validate that I'm, you know, the night owl, which I'm not anymore, not claiming that anymore. So what I've been doing that's different is reading at night. You know what I mean? Not flicking on that TV for that hour and a half. You know, there's nothing wrong with watching TV. I'm not saying I'm not going to watch some of my shows. No. But reading, okay? And making myself get up earlier. You know what I mean? And so little shifts like that have been working and making me more productive during the day. You know, your greatest rest time is from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Your mind and your emotions get the most rest. I need that, right? I've got a lot of stuff to do. But anyway, I just challenge you to take a look, like things that you do, like it's like Groundhog's Day, you know, the movie Groundhog's Day, over and over, same day, every day, and to start making subtle shifts with that, you know? There's some things that I'm practicing doing different, and it's all about practicing. It's not about shaming. Do the opposite, you know, and I have an anchor word too, you know. I'm like, yeah, let's get up, you know, and you can laugh about that all you want, but it resonates with my heart. And when I want to hit the snooze, you know, and this may not be a big deal to you, but it is to me, okay, because it's affecting me. Those are subtle things, you know. I've learned a long time ago the way that I talk to myself, the way that I speak to myself, you know, it makes all the difference, you know, like new words that I speak to myself. Like this one's not new, but, you know, I am capable, you know, especially when there's a new challenge. And I don't call it like it's hard work. Like if something is different, it's a challenge. It's doable, you know. And making subtle shifts, you know, that, you know, I'm a business owner and I have a great business and a great opportunity. You know, it's a wonderful venture, you know, and talking to myself like that, you know what I mean? I don't know. I was just thinking about a lot of that and the things and the stories that we tell ourselves. But know this, the ego loves labels, you know, like I'm a mom, I work 9 to 5, you know, I'm a school teacher, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a spiritual seeker. You know, the ego can get all pompous with spiritual seeking too. You know what I mean? And all of these things that we tell ourselves, the ego gets attached to. And that's why it's so challenging to change these behaviors that we're on autopilot. You know, a lot of this stuff came in to us. Like, it is proven that the last trimester of when you were developing and coming to Mother Earth, I lost words for it, and your first 7 years are so formative because we take on programmings from other people that we're around. Now, it's not about blame or it's their fault or it's my mom and my dad's fault. No, but we do take on, and it imprints on us all of this different type of programming, like what it means to be an effective person in society, what people do, you know what I mean? What people do to pursue happiness. We get so many ideas from other people around us, well-intentioned, well-meaning folks. And to change that program and to get out of the autopilot subconscious mind, you're going to have to make little subtle shifts. They don't have to be big and grand, all or nothing. But whatever it is you're doing, pick a couple of things and do the total opposite, no matter how uncomfortable it makes you feel. And man, be happy and pursue your passion, because when you're pursuing your passion and taking action, you can't just set an intention. Intention has to be followed by action. When you're pursuing that and you live from your heart space, you are ultimately serving others to the highest of your being. You know, I don't know, I'm going to end with this. It's like a lot of people, they have a dream, you know, I'm going to be an artist one day. Like, what about just start being an artist and just start drawing and painting and doing those things? You know what I mean? I'm going to be a great athlete. Well, you have to begin somewhere. Start walking, then you run and you do other things. You start with simple actions. So y'all have a super day. It's the simple shifts that you make, not the all or nothing that gets you overwhelmed, you know, that you begin to make that are different, you know. Go somewhere different than you normally go. No matter what, sit in a different seat than you normally sit in, okay? Your mind opens up, your heart opens up when you take these simple actions. If you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you have always gotten, and you have to cooperate. Prayer is absolutely unbelievable, but God will not do for us what we can do for ourselves. And we will be given the sacred power to do it, but we have to take actions. And when you're making a shift, it's going to be uncomfortable. Start with small ones. Y'all have a super day. I love you so much. It's good to be here, and it's good to see you, because I see you in my heart. Mwah! Y'all have a good day.